Hi there, mathematicians. It's Miss Johnson. And today we are going to be looking at simple events and their complements. So this word complement, it means to complete a group, like for the group to be completed. So most of the time when we say the word complement, we think of this word, right? It has an I in it and not an E. And this complement means like when you give someone a compliment. So like if you tell somebody, hey, you look really nice today in that outfit, or your hair looks good today, or you did a great job solving that math problem, right? Those are compliments. And that's how we usually use that word. But in math, the word complement has an E in it, and it means to complete the group. So in probability, the complement is all of the other outcomes that are being asked about. So it's like the not. So if I said, what is the probability that we'll pull a black out of this bag of marbles? That probability would be we have one black out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that probability would be 1 out of 6. But what's the probability that it won't be black? Right? Well, how many are not black? Well, if 1 is black out of 6, then there would be 5 that are not black. And we can actually count them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are not black. So that probability would be 5 out of 6. Knowing what the complement is can be really helpful when you have a sample space that's a lot bigger than what we have here. Like say if we had a spinner that had 20 different items on it, or if we had a class that had, 50 students in it and 10 were girls and the rest were boys, and we wanted to know what's the probability of picking a boy, then we can just say 50 minus 10 is 40, and we know it's 40 boys, so it'd be 40 out of 50. Okay, so knowing that complement can be helpful sometimes. It can make our figuring out the question faster. Okay, so when we look here, it says what other question could be asked besides what's the probability the marble isn't black? So that would be the not question, right? So what would be another question that we could ask? Well, what kind of marbles do they have that aren't black? Yeah, it's what's the probability of pulling a what? White or what? Or striped, yeah. So that's also, it's just another way of asking that complement, right? Because there's only black, white, and striped. So what would be the probability of pulling a white or a striped marble? And it would be 5/6. Okay, so we're just going to go through a few more examples. Okay, so we have a spinner. Notice the spinner doesn't have consecutive numbers on it, so we have to be careful and really look. It says, what is the probability of spinning an odd number? So we're looking for the probability of an odd number. So there's six spaces, right? 1, 2, 6 spaces. And how many of them are odd? 1, 2, 3, and then the rest are even. So the probability of spinning an odd is 3 out of 6, which simplifies to, we always simplify, but simplifies to 1/2. So what's the probability of spinning an even number? So the probability of an even, which that's the only two choices, right? So what's the probability of spinning an even? That's really the complement. Why is spinning an odd and spinning an even complements? Why are those complements? Kind of like they're the opposites, right? So our odd numbers are here and our even numbers are here. And so the complement is the other, right? So when we add them together, 3, 6 plus 3, 6, that gives us our whole of 6. We have to get an odd or an even, so they're complements of each other. All right, let's look at the next one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cans here. We have 6 cans. 4 of them are green beans and 2 of them are mushrooms. So what's the cream and mushroom soup? So what's the probability of picking green beans? So we have 4 green beans out of 6 different cans. So the probability is 4 to 6. And what's the complement of that? What's the probability of not picking green beans? It would be 2, 6. 4, 6 plus 2, 6 is 6, 6. When you add the two probabilities together, you'll always get 1. And of course we would simplify this to get the simplified answer. Always simplify. And then the last one, we have a probability of spinning a C or probability of not spinning a C. Those are the two events that could happen. You can either get a C or not get a C. So probability of getting a C is 1 out of 6. And not getting a C, well, there'd be 5 other options, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the complement would be 5, 6. Now, all these examples just happen to have 6 different choices of things that could happen, which is crazy. I did not plan it that way, but we know that probability can be, it's whatever our options are. So this just happened to have 6 for each one. Okay, so the complement, when we're looking at probability, is the not. What is a probability of the other things happening? Okay, all right, and that's it. That's all